focus. A board of director of FYLPro, or Filipino Young Leaders Program based in the United States, are now lobbying and asking the Biden administration to fast track the order of 20 million vaccines paid for by the Philippine government be delivered as soon as possible as the Philippines continue to suffer on high incidence of the pandemic. Don Orozco, our Silicon Valley senior correspondent, in his program Radio Aguila sa America talks to Hawaii TV News anchor or reporter Annalisa Burgos.
Hi, Don.
Hello. Annalisa, so we have this order of about 20 million vaccines from Moderna. And we just wanted to know, we feel that this is something that the Filipino people actually need immediately. Can you share something?
That's right. That's right. With how bad it is with cases there, it's so important to get this order expedited. So I am part of an organization called the Filipino Young Leaders Program, or FYLPro, and we are in front of a campaign called #ModernaVax2PH. And we are calling on the U.S. government, the Biden administration, to expedite the delivery of at least some of that 20 million, maybe 3 million, to at least get many Filipinos vaccinated. Because as you know, the case counts are rising. There's variants that are making things much more contagious. So we are lobbying. We're asking everyone out there to write to the U.S. government, to their government leaders, to get this moved up from July to May and then release at least 3 million of those Moderna vaccines, because they're already paid for by the Philippine government. There's just this sticking point that there's a Defense Act that says, the U.S. needs to control its own outbreak before these vaccines are released. But as we know, cases are dropping here in the United States, and also vaccines are readily available. So it's time to share.
Yes. Annalisa, one of the things that the incidence of COVID-19 here has really dropped is because of the proliferation of so many vaccines available. We have that Pfizer, we have Moderna, and now they recently reissued the Johnson & Johnson. And which brings me to a question of how is Hawaii? Annalisa is actually based in Hawaii. So how is Hawaii in terms of tourism?
We're doing pretty good, Don, because we have been very conservative in requiring anyone entering to have a negative COVID-19 test. We're the only state that really requires it because, as you know, we're an island. So if this disease comes here, we only have very limited hospital resources, and it would be devastating to our economy and to our people. So right now, the numbers are low. They're maintained, with the exception of Kauai. So Kauai is the neighbor island outside of Oahu, and its numbers are higher. But here, generally in the state, it's doing pretty well. And pretty soon, we're going to have a vaccine passport. So on May 11th, anyone traveling inter-island here in the state and was vaccinated in the state can go to other islands, travel inter-island, and not have to get a negative COVID-19 test. They can just travel freely because they are fully vaccinated. So we have that information on my company's website, kitv.com, if you want more details. Pretty soon they'll open that up to trans-Pacific domestic travelers. So if you're traveling between mainland United States to Hawaii, you don't have to take a negative COVID-19 test if you have proof that you are fully vaccinated. So that'll help a lot of people who want to travel, back and forth because they want to see family in Hawaii. Not sure yet about international. It's still going to take a while, I think. International travelers, they still have to quarantine.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's Miss Annalisa Burgos. She is one of the community leaders in the state of Hawaii here in the United States. Reporting live here in Silicon Valley, California. This is Don Orozco for Eagle News. We live in interesting times.